So hello guys, welcome back to another episode of the video. Okay, and today we'll be talking about navigating the platform, navigating the news platform. Okay, navigating the news platform. This is what we'll be talking about today. So I want you to pay attention because it's simple, but it's a bit tricky if you don't pay attention. Okay, now remember I told you guys the news platform which I prefer to use. There are a lot of them out there, but I prefer this one because it's easy. It's easier for me to navigate through. All right, and it's very flexible as far as I'm concerned. So I want you now to open your www.forestfactory.com just as we did in the last video. Okay, I believe you pin it to your browser, right? Hope you know how to pin. Okay, let me show you how to pin. So when you open something, when you browse something and you want to pin it, simply come to that thing that you open. Let's say like this one now, this one I'm highlighting. Okay, this trading view, I want to pin it for future use. What I simply need to do is to right click on it and you will see pin tab. Click on pin tab and it's going to pin it there. You see it has been pinned. So whenever I open this browser, this particular one, I will just see it up. I don't need to browse it again. Once I click, it will open for me. Okay, so that is how to pin to your browser. Okay, now we have, sorry, the lights. Okay, so that is that. Okay, so now we have our forest factory. So I'm going to show you how to navigate through your forestfactory.com. Okay, so this is how to do it. Okay, now look at this platform, look at the interface. All right, it's simple and there's not too many noise. Okay, so once you go to your forest factory, this is what you first see. This is the home page. All right, these are the news, events and all of that, currency pairs and all of that. So this is not what we need. What we need is the calendar. Okay, so you scroll up, you see calendar, click on calendar, it's going to load up. Okay, so this is what we need. This is the page, the only page we need for now. Okay, so look at the date. Today is what? April 21st. You can see that it's Sunday and there's nothing here. Okay, we don't have any events, we don't have any news because it's weekend, and normally the market goes on weekend. All right, yeah, traders are on weekend, so the market, it's all the institutions have gone for weekend, so nothing is going to happen during the weekend. Okay, so that's why you see that Sunday is what? Blank. All right, so tomorrow, which is Monday, will be Monday, April 22nd. Okay, you can see that excuse me, you can see that there are datas for tomorrow. Okay, I remember in that video that I told you guys about the types of news impacts. I told you guys we have high impact news impact, we have medium news impact, then we have what? Low news impact. I hope you remember. Okay, so, and what did I say high impact news looks like? Okay, all these boxes you see in red, they are the high impact news. So whenever you have that kind of news, you should expect the market to move really fast. Okay, it's going to move fast and it's going to move far. All right, so when you have medium impact, it's going to move, but it's not going to be as volatile or as fast as the big moves are not going to be as big as that of the red signals. Okay, then when you have all these yellow ones, these are the low impact news. All right, when you have these ones, you don't expect to see any reasonable movement. And most times I said in the previous video, that you tend to see all this. Most times the low impact on Monday, it tends to be low impact. You don't see so much volatility in the market. So you see most of them here are low impact news on Monday, 22nd of April. That's tomorrow. I think the only news that will move a bit is what that of CNY, which you can see here is a medium impact news, and also this euros by 4:30 p.m. This euros is also a medium impact news. Okay, I hope it's getting clearer and clearer. Okay, so simply how to navigate through it, you can look at this place. Let me take this down so that you see it clearly. All right, so can you see that? Look at it. Up here we have what? Graph. Here we have what? So these are the graphical representation. You don't really need this. So here we have what? Previous. Here we have forecast. Here we have actual. Then we have detail. Then we have impact. Then we have what? Currency. Then we have time. Then we have date. So date, time, currency, impact, detail, actual, forecast, previous, graph. So if I'm going to navigate through, okay, navigating through now, graph is a graphical representation of the particular news, okay, and when you click it, you can see it here, you can see it here. It's telling you the graphical representation, okay, and measures of news, what happened before, previously, and where it is right now. Okay, so that's for graph, straightforward, but you may not really be using it that much. Then we have what? Previous. Now the previous is telling you, the previous result is telling you what happened before. Okay, let me start from my left, right. Okay, this is Monday. Okay, I want to look at the currency pairs and the tendencies of their movement so that I will know where I can really profit in the coming week. So all I need to do is, okay, this is Monday, April 22nd. I'll look at here. Okay, what time is this? By 12 a.m. What's going to happen? This is Australian dollar. So for instance, if I'm trading Australian dollar, let's say AUD, for instance, let's say I'm trading any currency pair that has AUD in it. Okay, let me give you a practical example. This is what I mean. For instance, if I'm trading AUD USD, okay, now if this is what I'm trading, all I did was that I came here, I clicked on this search box and I typed the currency pair I wanted. Then I click. So it's going to load the chart for me. This is the chart on what? Australian dollar, US dollar. Okay. So let's say this is the pair I want to trade. So definitely I know that on Monday, then I'll come here and check and see, okay, on Monday, is there any news that relates to Australian dollar or US dollar? Because this is what is going to, the news is what is going to affect the movement, you understand, of this currency pair, since this is what I'm trading. Are you people getting it? So if I'm trading Canadian dollar USD CAD, then what will I be looking for? I'll come and check if there's any news that relates to what? USD or CAD. I'll check if is there any news tomorrow. Yes, there is. So I'll pay attention to this CAD. Okay, is there anything on USD? There's none. So I'll only pay attention to the news released on what? Canadian dollar tomorrow. So it's as easy as that. So you only pay attention to the currencies that relate to what you are trading in real time. Okay, to what you are trading. Okay, now if that is the case, I'm trading US dollar over Canadian dollar. Okay, and then I'm looking for, since there's no any news that relates to USD, but I can see the one on Canadian dollar, so I will check. Now this is the time, this is the date, so that's tomorrow, and then the date is what? The time, sorry, is the news is going to happen by what? 1:30 p.m. 1:30 p.m. You can see it here, 1:30 p.m. Okay, CAD. See, all these ones are happening at the same time. by 1:30. That's why they're in the same box. Remember? Okay. So what kind of news is it? Is it high impact news? That's impact, the impact I will check. Is it high impact news? Is it low impact news? Or is it medium impact news? So as I can see, all the news on Canadian dollar by this time, 1:30, are what? Low impact news. So it's going to move, but it's not going to move so fast or move so well, okay, to give me a lot of profits. Okay, so you can see that all of them are what? Perhaps if all these three Canadian dollar news, or even one of them, is red, then I'll know there's going to be a what? Significant move. Okay, so I'll pay real attention to it. But for now, I may not really want to trade tomorrow if I'm trading Canadian USD card, because there may not be really significant move, except if I'm a scalper. Scalper means you are trading between very short time, 5 minutes and 1 minute. Then if it moves, you catch small pips and you jump from the market. Alright, then you leave the market. You catch small pips and you go. Alright, then you thank God for what He has given you and you leave the market. Except you are doing that kind of trade. If not, you will not really see significant move. Okay, if you are trading higher, maybe 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and all of that, 1 hour, and swing trading. Okay, so that's what happens. So you check if it's a high impact news, if it's not. So this one is the title of the news. It's telling you in detail the description, all right, the name of the news, because there are some news that are really that really moves the market very, very well, better than others. Okay, yes, news like CPI, you cannot compare it with unemployment rate. Okay, CPI moves really faster. Okay, because even in real life scenario, when you check behavioral impacts, you discover that when it comes to anything that relates to farm, like the NFP, non-farm payroll, okay, anything that relates to basic commodities that humans need, right, that consumers, or directly have impacts on consumers, okay, to a large extent it affects let's just say it affects the GDP and other regulating factors of a country. Okay, so that can really trigger an imbalance or a significant move in the currency, all right, in the currency of the country. For instance, if the GDP of the country is way high, it's definitely going to affect the currency of that country. If it's low, it's definitely going to affect it. Okay, so unlike news like which one will I give example? Like this core retail sale, or maybe even unemployment claims. It may really move the market also, but not really as far as certain news. Pending home sales. So this kind of news may not really be really impactful, like in moving price action. Okay, moving price action. So we'll look at high probability news or high impact news that can really make you a lot of money that you should pay attention to. Okay, and those ones not that you don't really need to waste your time on. Okay, so we'll come to filtering which news to trade, which one not to trade. Okay, we'll come to that. So that is that for the description of the news. Then you look at the detail. When you click on the detail, I'm using this as my case study, this card here. So on by 1:30 we have news on card Canadian dollar, okay, in 3 places at the same time, and it's going to be what? A low impact news. And what's the name of the news? We have IPPI, we have NHPI, we have RMPI. Those are the 3 news. So here, detail. If you want to see more about the news, you can click here. You can see the source, you can see the measures, usual effects, frequency, next release, and all of that. Okay, So this, you may not really need this so much. Okay, this so much. So most of the things you'll be paying attention to is the date, what news, what time, what news, what time. Is it high? Is it medium? Is it low impact news? Then the description of the news. What type of news is that? Then this actually is the last thing that you see, because that happens after the news is the outcome of the news. Okay, so most times you see it blank. Okay, so the next one is the forecast. The forecast is what other traders, what people have forecasted about the news. Okay, then the previous is what happened before. So the people that forecasted use the data that happened before to predict and to forecast that, okay, if this was the previous data, and then the next tendency will be this, just to give you a clue or a hindsight on what is likely going to happen in the next release. Okay, I hope that is clear. It's clear enough. Okay, so basically these are the things that you'll be using. This is how to navigate through the news. So by that you can know in advance, okay, if a week is going to be high, there is going to be a significant move in price action on your chart. If you are going to see a significant movement, or in a particular day, trading day, whether the movement is going to be more like we just see that Monday, it's not really, the market is not going to really move. Tuesday, we can see some significant red high impact news which can cause the market to really move, most especially in currencies like euro. You can see that there is a lot of high impact news there. GBP also has that. USD also has that. So if you are trading pairs that are related to all these ones that have red, the high impact news, you should pay attention to the time, all right, the forecast, and then also you should know how to position yourself. If you're an ICT trader, you should know when to trade with caution. Okay, you trade carefully. Then if you are a fundamental trader like me, you know what to do. Okay, position yourself for greatness. All right, so you position yourself for greatness. Okay, so we have Wednesday, what's going to happen? We have CPI. Okay, there's going to be significant move by 2:30 on Wednesday, 24th of April. On what? Australian dollar. We have CPI by this time. Okay, so this is going to be bloody. That's why it's in red. So it's going to be massive. Okay, don't mind me. All right, so on Thursday also we have high impact news by 1:30 p.m. on USD. Okay, same thing. All right, so Friday too, we are expecting JPY, Japanese yen, to also make a significant move. Okay, USD also, we are expecting to see that by 1:30 p.m. All right, so that is that for how to navigate through the Forex Factory software. All right, website rather. Okay, that's how to navigate through, and what you will be using. Okay, so I hope this video was helpful. If you find value, if you found value on this video, if it was helpful to you, so all I need you to do is hit the like button below, and also comment. Okay, comment. We need your comments, okay, so that we can do better. So that your comment is really helpful. It encourages us to do more. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button, okay, so that whenever I post insightful videos like this, or series like this, complete series for free, we are doing this for free. Okay, all right, for free. I'm not charging you a dime, so that you understand how these things work, and also it's going to help you. Okay, it's going to help you in turn. All right, so thank you, cheers, and then catch you in the next video. God bless you.